Cosmos, huge cosmos, the space, infinite time, infinite space, cosmos, the universe, and cosmology, Hindu cosmology, Buddhist cosmology, and that's it, Taoist cosmology. Christians don't have cosmology, and Muslims don't have cosmology. They don't have teachings about universe. They just simple earth, paradise, heaven, and hell. That's how they know about it. But Buddhists and Hindus, they have their own cosmologies. And they were created, Hindus cosmologies were created some 5,000 years BC. Buddhist cosmologies were created about 500 BC, like that. Abhidharma, Dzogchen cosmology, this Mount Meru idea. It was good at that time, where people were living in dark. They were just dark mass. And those cosmologies invented by Buddhist monks were just everything they knew about the cosmos, about the universe. These days, science, astrophysics, astronomy, they know much more about cosmos than those people who created Hindus and Buddhist cosmologies. And it came out that those cosmologies came out to be false, fake, just a fragment of imagination of the creators, nothing else. They were saying that in the center of the universe there is Mount Meru. It was Buddhist idea. And 4 continents, and our Earth, where we live, is southern continent, and there are 3 other continents where people live, different people, different conditions of life. And going upstairs, there were Asuras, there were 6 desire heavens of Devas, 17 form heavens of Devas, and 4 formless realms of Devas, like that. And downstairs there were 8 hells, 8 hot hells, 8 cold hells. It was like on Mount Meru, like elevator coming upstairs and downstairs, according to karmas, which you can accumulate it. You are reborn in one of those realms, either downstairs in hells, if you are a bad boy, or upstairs if you are a good boy, in Devas as Deva. And you live billions of years in heavens and billions of years in earth. And somewhere in the middle is these 4 continents, and 1 continent is where we live, Earth continent. And the altitude of Mount Meru was 470 million miles. It was huge mountain. But recently Hubble telescope, which was on the orbit around the Earth, This Hubble telescope was reaching in the cosmos 15 billion years, light years radius, distance, and there was no Mount Meru detected. Simply Mount Meru does not exist. This is the truth. Simple like 1, 2, 3. There is no Mount Meru in cosmos. But there is space and galaxies and black holes and quasars and pulsars and supernovas and clusters of galaxies, many planets, and also dark matter, filling 90% of space, which we cannot detect by our eyes, naked eyes, or by telescope. But some scientists can detect dark matter filling up the cosmic space, consisting 90% of all matter in the universe. And there are mysteries after mysteries, which we don't know even they exist now. And as Buddha himself, he was saying that if you take my teachings, if you believe me, because of authority or dogma, you supposed not to believe me if you don't check out my teaching. If words which I'm saying are not true, you should discard them and believe your own findings. He was a scientist. He was not a believer. He was blood and flesh scientist. And he was scientist of the mind. He was dealing with his mind. Also with reality, with cosmic reality, cosmic realms. How many universes are there? He said that there are infinitive number of pure lands, Buddha fields. But where is where are these Buddha fields? He didn't tell. Because we don't see Buddha fields in this universe, in this realm. We cannot. We cannot detect any civilizations in this dimension of universe. Simply Buddha fields are just dreams. If you wanna go to Sukhavati, Western Paradise, you need to die in this life, and you dream that you are in Western Paradise, like you dream at night that you are in some hell or something, some water, swimming in the water, or in swimming pool, or flying in a plane. But in fact you are sleeping in your bed. Only your mind is dreaming, creating the world of dream, and in the world of dream you are doing many things. Sometimes dream is colorful, sometimes not. But you are dreaming, and you dream sometimes lucid dreaming, and reality is like this reality in lucid dream, like waking dream. You wake up in the night dream, and you are living lucid dream like daydream, during sleep, during dreaming, at night, like that. And the same is with other realms. You dream you are Deva, but you are different dream. Your mind is creating a dream for you. The same is with Buddha fields. You cannot find Buddha fields or Deva realms in this universe. It's impossible. But when you die, or when you have such ability in your meditation that you go to some deep samadhi and you go into other realm in your meditation, then you can visit Buddha field, Amitabha Pure Land, or Vairocana Pure Land, or Tara Pure Land. You can visit. And when you're dead, you visit for sure inside that short compartment of time. You can see those deities in part of Dharmata when you are after death. But if you have no qualifications, you cannot stay in those realms. You have to go further into next dream, dreaming part of becoming, and this is next phase of death process before rebirth. So this Mount Meru in this universe, which was considered as real, it in fact does not exist. It is just imagination of its creators, the fantasy, like that. Fantasy of meditators, Buddhist meditators, like Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is also a fantasy of Vyasadeva. It is not words of Krishna and Arjuna. This is story written by Vyasadeva, an Indian sage. Same like Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. He wrote those stories. He wrote a story about Krishna and Arjuna talking on Kurukshetra. Because there was two of them. There was no third man who was writing down Krishna's words. Krishna was speaking to Arjuna, Arjuna was speaking to Krishna. But there was no any writer, no any witness who witnessed that and wrote it down. It is just simply imagination of Vyasadeva. The whole Bhagavad Gita is written by him. So there was no Krishna talking Bhagavad Gita, but Vyasadeva talking Bhagavad Gita. Like that. And this cosmology of Vaishnavas about Vaikunthas, about material sky and spiritual sky, is also imagination of the creators. They say that the whole creation made by Krishna is occupying 1/4 of creation is material universe, and 3/4 is spiritual sky. A material universe is wrapped up in the shell, and beyond that shell is all spiritual sky, and there are infinite numbers of spiritual planets called Vaikundalokas, the kingdom of God, kingdom of Krishna and Vishnu, like that. And nobody showed that kingdom yet. So this is also in the scope of the fantasy, imagination of human mind, like that. So all those cosmologists just became outdated and untrue. We have findings now, this John Webb Observatory Astronomy Observatory spaceship, which was launched a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and it is shooting pictures of universe in infrared photography and with huge resolution, and they got new pictures of galaxies and nebulas, and also scientists, astronomers created a map of the universe, which is like a cluster of rivers. These galaxies, nebulas, and or sky bodies, they resemble some kind of net, like nervous system of human body. And they created map of the universe, and this map is the latest findings of build-up of universe, how huge is universe and how it looks like according to scientific findings. And there is nothing resembling like Buddhist cosmology or Hindu cosmology. Forget about those cosmologies. They are just figures, creation of some meditators, like that. Like Vyasadeva created Srimad Bhagavatam. He wrote it down, Srimad Bhagavatam, through his meditation, through his deep meditation and imagination. And when he is describing Vaikundalokas, there is nothing interesting, nothing special. What kind of magic is there? Cows granting wishes and trees granting wishes. It was good for dark people 5,000 years ago in India. There were, people living in darkness, in ignorance, for ignorant. It was something. Cows granting my wishes. I say my wish, and cow will create me a mango fruit from nowhere, and I eat mango fruit like that. Or creates me a woman, and I fuck a woman given me by a cow on Vaikundaloka, like that. So this imaginary realms and imaginary cosmologies are outdated today, and if Buddha Shakyamuni would live today, he would accept the scientific findings, because his mind was scientific mind, not religious mind. He was practicing religions, meditation with some teachers, and he attained the outcomes of those religions, those religious practices. But it was not his quest. It gave him nothing. So he abandoned those teachers, and he went into jungle and sit in the Bodhi tree, under the Bodhi tree, and just was thinking, analyzing, meditating, like this. And one day he just glanced on some star, and he attained awakening. He was born again as new consciousness, like that. So as Buddha said to his followers, I'm giving you teachings about mind and realization of mind, of your true nature, but if you believe me blindly, it's better you don't follow me. But if you find out, if you figure out that my teachings are true about mind and about enlightenment I attain, then follow them and practice them. But if they are not true, just forget about them.